Hello and welcome to the New York Sports Show. I'm your host, Dominic Konowski. We have NASCAR Whelen modified driver Tyler Rypkema on. Tyler, how are you? And welcome to the New York Sports Show.
Doing good. Thank you very much.
Well, that's good. Happy to have you on. Now, first of all, congratulations, 2020 Sunoco Rookie of the Year. And it's really no surprise based on how you performed in what was a shortened Whelen Modified Tour season. Or how would you say your season went?
Yeah, I mean, it started out a little rough, just growing pains on the tour, I believe. And once we got our feet wet and we really started to get the cars pointed in the right direction, and I started getting a little bit better myself and our crew, and just as a whole, we really stepped up our game after the first couple races, and we really got into a good rhythm.
Yeah, and I mean, that's exactly, 5 top 10s. You finished all 9 races, which we saw a lot of drivers, we saw a lot of DNFs in this season. So, now we're in the off-season. What are your goals to achieve in this off-season?
Yeah, I mean, right now we're getting 2 cars ready to head to Florida. We're heading to New Smyrna here in a couple weeks. I'm really excited to head down to Florida this year. We're taking the tour cars that we ran most of the season this year. So we're going to be showing up with our best equipment this year, and I feel like we're going to be really, really good down there, and I'm looking forward to that. And New Smyrna is one of my favorite tracks. So I'm looking forward to get down to Florida, enjoy life a little bit and relax, and then we'll head to the racetrack, and then there's no relaxation anymore. But it should be a lot of fun.
Well, that's good. Yeah, always intense on race day, and especially the days leading up to it, the just excitement builds up. Now, Whelen Modified Tour, that's starting up. What are your goals going into this season?
I'm not going to put something way out there, that's not achievable. But I'd say, I think I'd like to get my first few top 10s. I want to be able to step up our game a little bit more. I want to be able to run top 5 and compete in the top 5. I mean, I think we showed that, at Stafford and at a couple different races that we had that speed. So I'm excited, to get back out. And, I would say, I don't want to finish any worse than ninth in points. I'd like to, maybe compete the top 5 in points and contend a little bit more and time trial a lot better because I'm awful at time trialing. And, just at this point, you get into the top 10 area, it's a lot of little things to get you to top 5 material and then, to be able to win. So I'm looking forward to, trying to close some of those gaps and then go from a top 10 car to, more of a top 5 car. So, that's our goal is, just show up to every race, leave 100% on the track, and come home and have the car in one piece. So, that's still our goal is finish all the races, finish all the laps. Don't tear up our equipment, and the more you do that, the more you'll learn, and the better you'll get as a team and whole.
Yeah, I think that's the most perfect goal that a driver could set going into the new season. Now, question, a lot of people were wondering, of course, 2020 with the whole coronavirus and everything, that you did race in the Whelen Modified Tour, but 2020 was, of course, your first full-time season. What decided to have you go full-time? Was it because of the shortened season, or was that just your plans from the beginning?
No, right out the gate, basically, even before Florida last year, it was basically December time frame of 2019, we decided, we're going to go full-time Whelen Tour racing next year, regardless of what the season looked like and what, the circumstances were. Of course, that was before coronavirus, but we had already set our sights on that, and that was our plan, was to go tour racing. We had aspirations of running 2 Troyer cars, and then when we were in Florida, we learned about the Mike Smiglio team closing, and the Doug Kobe team there, and that a lot of the stuff was for sale separately. So that was where we ended up making contact with Phil Moran and Mike, and we were able to make a deal on a couple cars, and that really sealed the deal. We knew we had 2 top-notch cars ready to go, and we were ready to roll. And at that point in time, we knew we were committed and that we were going to have to run the whole season. And so yeah, that's how all that started.
Yeah, that is such a cool story. Now, of course, Whelen Modified Tour, we see some of the best drivers in modified racing going up. Who would you say was your biggest rival during this last season?
I don't really think I had a specific rival. I had a lot of good runs. I never really had anybody that I was like, oh, I really want to beat him or anything like that. It was just really focusing on our team and ourselves. I feel when you quote have a rival or something, it distracts you from what your end goal is in racing, and you can't have that in the back of your head that you have somebody that you're out for or somebody that you want to beat no matter what. I really focused just on ourselves and our program. I didn't really care what anybody else was doing until we got on track. And I think that's best, just to focus on ourselves and really focus on what we're doing. I could really care less what everybody else was doing, leading up to that. I just want to focus on our own car and our own team and make sure when we roll on track, we've got the best piece that we possibly can. And I don't really care about any of the drama and anything else around me.
I think that's the most perfect thing. You worry about too much going on around you, then you end up making a mistake. I think that's the best thing that someone could do. So, I know that it's hard to race on any track, but what track do you feel like you have the most easiest time going around on?
I really like Jennerstown a lot. I don't really have one track that I'd say, I have an upper hand at least in this season, going into the next season, between Oswego and Lancaster, I've won a modified race at Lancaster. I've been really fast at Lancaster. Oswego, the same thing. I've had very good runs there, top fives and stuff like that at Lancaster before. At Oswego before. So, I'm looking forward to those two races next year. Those are three races that we're really going to go after really hard, and I think we'll be able to have our best shot at a really good run at those three races up here in our backyard. Aside from those tracks, I'd say, personally, I feel really comfortable at Stafford. I'm getting a lot better at Thompson, Jennerstown. A lot of the half-mile or bigger tracks I'm very comfortable on. The smaller bull ring tracks is where I seem to struggle a lot more than I do at the bigger tracks.
Yeah, I gotta say, that's very good that you said Stafford, because a lot of modified drivers, even some of the greats, say that Stafford was one of their hardest tracks to ever go on, so that's good that you're getting more comfortable racing there and you're adjusting to it. Now, we've seen a lot of drivers and teams so far kind of played safe because of the uncertainty because of the coronavirus. Are you and your team kind of doing that, or are you just like business as usual?
It's basically business as usual other than masks. We're taking our precautions as far as, just health and safety and stuff like that. But, it's business as usual. I don't really mind traveling to go to the races, but, we're all self-conscious about it. We all try to, keep our distance from other teams if we can, and stuff like that. And, that's all you really can do in this time. And it's a very tough thing to do, But it was business as usual. We weren't really afraid of it going into the season. We just knew we had to take our precautions, and NASCAR did an excellent job at helping us with that and setting in regulations and processes to help everybody keep their distance and, always have their masks on.
Yeah, well, hopefully you and your team all stays safe. Is there anything else you'd like to say to the people watching this video?
Yeah, in today's day and age with everything going on, none of us could do this without the fans, so I appreciate all the fans, and I know it was a trying year. I know a lot of people didn't get to watch hardly any racing or, weren't there at the track, but, thank you to all the fans and thank you to my sponsors. I couldn't do without you, it was just a season to remember for sure, and I'm looking forward to 2021.
Yeah, well, good luck in 2021. Folks, once again, that is NASCAR Whelen Modified driver Tyler Rypkema, who recently won the Sunoco Rookie of the Year. Once again, congratulations on that, and thank you for being on the New York Sports Show.
Thank you very much.